Let's transition to the next game. This one definitely gonna have some weather. Michigan and Nebraska. Nebraska, excuse me. So this is in Lincoln, Nebraska. Michigan plus 17, excuse me, minus 17. Some spots actually have it 16 and a half. I guess Sport Trade has it 16 and a half. This line has moved. This was closer to, I think, 19, and it's been dropping down. And I'm glad I got in early because I grabbed Nebraska, I think, plus 18 and a half. And I also got the under, I believe, at 40, but you would probably know that better because I think you guys locked that in. And the under total is currently at 39 and a half. So what are your thoughts on this one? And tell us about the weather expected for Saturday.
Yeah, so this one actually hasn't moved much, and I think part of that is due to the already low total here. But I think there's still value here. I really like this game. First of all, I just want to see. This is just an exciting game, in my opinion. Just it's Michigan's first road game. They're allowing under 6 points per game right now. Their first four games, I think, averaged to 5.75 points allowed. So, third best defensive team in the country as of now, but they've held 14 of their past 17 opponents to under 20 points.
Mhm.
And Nebraska has a decent defense too, right? If they can contain Michigan's rushing attack, right? If they can contain their rushing attack and try to force them to pass the ball, especially the winds have actually gone up. So they were 20 miles per hour, and now we're showing 22 miles per hour in the forecast. Um, but if I think they're going to try to force Michigan to pass, we know both teams can run the ball. Both teams also, this stat is just crazy. They both teams chew up a lot of clock, a lot of clock.
Mhm.
So I think this will be a low scoring game regardless of the weather impacts. But with that additional layer there, I think there's still value there at under 39. So I don't know how much lower I would bet. I think I wouldn't take it under maybe 38 or 37. But I think if you can get the 39 or even the 38, I think there's some value there because I, I think it's going to be like a basically a slugfest. And if the wind, I'm hoping Nebraska can actually, because I do see a scenario if Nebraska can't stop Michigan and then Michigan kind of starts to run up the score a little bit.
Mhm.
But I don't think that'll be the case. Just I think their defense is gonna show up. So I really like the under there. So hopefully that and the weather supports that. So
Yeah, and it's interesting because when you look at the team total and kind of the implied total score in this one, it's going to be right around like 10 and a half for Nebraska. So if Nebraska scores two touchdowns in this and scores 14, then you're kind of a little worried that this might be a spot that goes over. But I actually think that Michigan isn't going to exceed expectations on offense. I have it being kind of an ugly, like 24-14 game. I think it's going to be, again, low scoring. And I just don't think Michigan is going to be in a position to run it up because when they do get up, I just think that they're going to try to control clock, like you said. In Nebraska, they've been disciplined on defense for the most part. They have at times let up a little bit, just depending on the score. But I just think in a spot like this at home against a really good team, it's going to be just a slow game, and both teams are going to run regardless. One thing I do want to point out is Nebraska does have a new quarterback. He has started the last few games. I think it's Henrik